One night I went to a high school party with my best friend. We get there, party's fun and everything, we're going to leave. As we're leaving the party, I see this guy standing outside. He's leaning up against a black S500 Mercedes. I'm 17. This is a very nice car. When you're young, cars are important, right? The appeal of them. He looks a little bit older, and he was 21. He was 4 years older than me. And I asked my best friend, who is that? My best friend was Russian too. And she tells me, Jen, don't mess with it. Don't deal with him. My family says that him and his family are bad news. Lord have mercy, why did she tell me that? Because that just made me more excited. I'm like, this guy's mysterious and powerful, and I want to get to know him. So I got to know him. I did. And you know what happened? A month later, after I really was into him, he ended up disappearing off the face of the earth. I'm talking about no more phone calls, no more meetups, no text, nothing. I could not find this guy to save my life. And I'm not going to lie to y'all, I was a little bit sad about it, okay? But I had no choice. I had to keep going in life. I started dating somebody else. I moved on with my life. Now, about 4.5 years later, 5 years, I'm like 23 years old. One night I'm at the club. Now, mind you, I had never forgotten the Russian, y'all, because I always felt like that could have been my guy. You know what I mean? That could have been the mafia lifestyle I wanted to live. I liked all the jewelry. I liked the gold. I liked the big earrings. I liked the acrylic nails. I liked the big fur cheetah coats. I always thought I was going to be a mafia wife. I don't know why. Don't ask me. It's stupid, but it is what it is, okay? As we're at the club, we're in the valet line, and as I'm in the valet line, there's an S500 black Mercedes in front of me with all the bells and whistles, but it's a newer model than the one he had. I always associated this particular car with the Russian. Y'all, a guy walks out of the club to get in the car and leave. When I see this guy, I see the silhouette, I see his physique. I'm like, best friend, that's him, right? It's got to be him. But this guy's been gone for almost 5 years. And she's like, Jen, leave it alone. The man's gone. He probably had a family or something somewhere else in, another house, another country. Who knows? So I'm like, okay. But y'all, I felt that this was him. Anyways, I continue to party in the club that night. I try to put it out of my mind. I drink a little bit. We get in the car. We go home that night. I had fun. I danced. As we're at the house, it's 2:30, 3:30, something. Some time, crazy time in the morning. All of a sudden, there's a knock on our apartment door. Now, it's this girl and myself living by ourselves. Back then, y'all, a knock on your apartment door, you open it, okay? It's not like the world is now. Everybody wasn't as scared back then because social media wasn't as big. I go and I look through the peephole. It's the same damn silhouette and physique that I saw at the club. I am like, this guy again. It's gotta be him. I'm fighting excitement. I crack the door open, y'all. It's him. It's him, y'all. It's the Russian. I had dreamed about this moment for so long, and I never thought it would come. I open the door. I give him a hug. Holy hell, I'm trying to play it cool. I'm not trying to look desperate. I'm not trying to look like I cared or even thought about him for all these years. And I'm trying to act like, hey, what's up? What's up, dude? Like, you're showing up now? Oh, real nice timing. 5 years later. But inside, I'm like, he's back. So he comes in. And I'm like, hey, where did you go? Where were you all these years? You quite literally were talking to me one night about how great I was and how you wanted to be with me and how we were exclusive. And then the next day, you're gone. No phone, no text, no message. No one knew where you were. Gone off the face of the earth. What happened? He proceeds to tell me that because of some legal reasons and some charges that had been put on him by error, they were erroneous charges, they were false, he didn't do it. He had to flee the country and go back to Russia until the statute of limitations for those charges ran out. The statute of limitations ran out and he could come back now. And when he came back, all he could think about was finding me. Now, what the hell do y'all think that's going to do? I already was enamored with the whole idea of this powerful, mysterious mafia man, the people that everybody said stay away from because he's a troublemaker. Now, this said guy, bad boy, is telling me that not only did he come back to the country, but he came back more specifically for me and to find me because he didn't forget me for all those years. Pretty much echoing the same sentiments that I had felt for all the years he was gone. So guess what? Instead of saying, hold up, what were the charges? Hey, hold up, what happened? What was the situation that you were fleeing from? Why did you flee to begin with if you were innocent? Nope, it's not what I did. I gave him a big old hug and I'm like, yes, oh my gosh, I missed you so much. And you know what happened from there? I broke the lease with my best friend. He paid to break the lease in the apartment we were in. I moved in with him and I carried on as if we were a hunky-dory little family living the right life. Now, I didn't know what he was doing undercover. I didn't know what he was doing behind closed doors, but I know that he had a lot of money, a nice house, several nice cars. He had a mortgage company. That was nice. He had an after-hours club. That was nice. He had a car mechanic shop. That was nice. And he seemed to just have it all together. What more could I possibly want? I drop out of the university. I stop talking to my friends because they don't want me to have anything to do with him and I don't want to listen to anybody. My family doesn't like him, so I isolate from them and shut them out as well. And now it's just me living in his world, completely isolated by choice. And I was about to find out real quick that the things I thought he would have been into, the reality was far worse. And not only was I about to find out what the reality was, but I was about to start living it with him and end up in prison for 10 years of my life while he fled the country and was quite literally MIA for a decade. So if you're wondering how my life of crime and craziness started, it started right there the night he came back into my life. It was the beginning, and that door was opened that very moment. But I shut it now, so I mean, we're all good, just so y'all know. Anyways, I love y'all, and I will see you on the next one. If you have any questions about the situation or you want to know another part of the story, let me know, and I will make a video for y'all, okay? I love you guys. Later.